It was quite a week in Charleston last year for Madison Keys. She beat her good buddy Sloane Stevens in the quarters, then took out Caroline Wozniacki in the final for the very first clay court title of her career, and was very happy to pose with the Ball Kids afterwards. And we are very pleased to welcome Madison Keys, former U.S. Open finalist and current world number 13, back to TC Live. Maddie, it's great to see you. We know you're at home in Orlando. Tell us how you've been passing the time during this quarantine and how much tennis you've gotten to play.
I have been trying to stay busy. I've been on lots of Zoom calls. I feel like I'm a pro at Zoom now. I've been working out a lot, started hitting again, have a court that's pretty off on its own, so we've been able to hit some. So just patiently waiting till we can get back out and compete.
Maddie, I know everyone has been, on Netflix or Amazon, whatever they are, to find new shows. Any recommendations you can give us? Have you gotten into anything good?
Well, we blew through Stranger Things. We have watched You. We watched Outer Banks. We need to find a new show. I think we're going to start Ozark soon, so I'll let you know how that is too.
There's been a lot of video game challenges where players have been playing the tennis video games against each other, different NBA challenges. Have you guys gotten into the whole video game thing? It's a deep hole. You jump in, it seems like you just can't get out.
That's actually funny that you say that. I was in the Madrid virtual tennis tournament, and then IMG put on a Mario tennis tournament as well. And since those basically back-to-back weekends, I have not touched video games, probably because I'm really bad at it. It's nothing to do with the fact that I don't enjoy it.
All right, so maybe you didn't have great success in video games, but someplace you did have tremendous success, which we're all thinking about the clay court season that we didn't have this year, was in Charleston last year. It was such a special week. Talk us through it. How did that feel going through it?
It felt amazing. I was definitely not expecting it. It was kind of coming at a time where I had a few tough losses back to back and barely got through my first round there, and all of a sudden was in the final and holding the trophy. And Charleston's been such a special place for me. I've gone back, I think, every single year, and to finally get a title there felt amazing.
The other title that you had last year was an even bigger one on the hard courts in Cincinnati. And as I recall how that unfolded, you were in severe danger in that first match against Muguruza. I think you asked after the match, or maybe even during the match, your coach if there was a direct flight home, and you ended up fighting your way out of that match and winning the title. Is it kind of liberating for you when you get through a close call like that to play with house money the rest of the week?
I think that actually happens more times than we think. I think you maybe start the tournament a little tight or putting a lot of expectations on yourself, and then you somehow get through a win and you weren't expecting it, and then you just really relax and let yourself play some good tennis.
You certainly did that in Cincinnati after that close call. Madison Keys joins us here on TC Live. Maddie, one of your causes that you've been so committed to the past couple of years has been kindness and mindfulness online and in social media. And you've got an important initiative that you're dealing with this Friday. Tell folks about hashtag Kindness Wednesday.
I'm very excited about Kindness Wednesday. It's the first of many, hopefully, for Kindness Wins. And it's really just taking a time to acknowledge someone in your life that you look up to or that you know personally who has done something for you or others that you think is incredibly kind, and you want to acknowledge and essentially hype them up. I think a lot of times on social media, we only see negative and we only see the bad things. So I really wanted to dedicate a day to just posting positive things about people that we care about.
That's beautiful, Maddie. And as you said, now during quarantine, we're all stuck on social media so much. I think this is more powerful than ever. Sticking with social media, but changing the tone just a little bit, you put out a tweet recently about Bjorn's coffee making ability. And can you tell us a little bit about that? Because it has you sprinting down the stairs like Michelle Tanner, apparently.
I am not the best morning person, to say the least. And he's much more of a morning person than I am. So it was just the other day. I think it took me like a solid 45 minutes to finally get out of bed. But as soon as I heard the coffee grinder, I pretty much popped right out of bed and headed right downstairs.
So we've also seen some tweets of you making some pretty elaborate recipes, it looks like anyway, in your kitchen. We know from the home tour that you gave us a couple years ago on TC Live that you're a pretty accomplished home decorator. It seems like you're creating the Madison Keys brand to compete with Martha Stewart. I wonder if maybe you want to lift up your computer and show us any new home decorating additions that you've added to the house since the tour you gave last year?
Oh, goodness. I don't even know.
That lamp is a really snazzy lamp behind you.
Yes, I have a snazzy lamp that's happening. And then I have a nice picture behind me. That's kind of it for down here right now.
That's a nice fluffy pillow. That's a nice pillow, or is that a dog behind you?
No, this is a fluffy pillow that every male that comes into my house hates, and every girl is like, that's the best pillow I've ever seen. So most of my new home things are plants.
Maddie, have you made any home gym adjustments during this quarantine time? You said you've been training. Do you have a little spot in the house? How have you been managing to do that?
We've actually been really lucky to have really good weather. So we have some free weights, we have a spin bike, lots of bands, kettlebells. So we're getting creative. We're trying to be outside. It's starting to get really hot in Florida. So we're trying to stay outside, get extra sweaty, and feel like we're really trying to stay fit.
Maddie, it's great to see you. Great to hear that you're doing well and that Bjorn is making the coffee. Stay safe. And we look forward to seeing you back on the court really soon.
Thanks, guys.